Good afternoon everybody and welcome to Super Species Live. Today we are going to discover how animals have evolved to become masters of their landscapes and see some incredible adaptations used by the hunters and the hunted. Now my name is Shannon, we're going to be joined by Jess today, and this is Luca, and he is our black-chested or Chilean blue eagle. Now Luca here likes to fly high up in the Andes mountain range. Now for those of you that are stood directly underneath Luca, I'll give you a little bit of advice. Don't look up with your mouth open. He often likes to lighten the load before he takes off for some wonderful flying. Also, if you're running around the front of our lawn today, take a seat as soon as possible, or you might get a buzzard in the side of the head, and he's a rather large bird to give you a haircut. Once again, those of you running at the front, please take a seat. Thank you very much. Now Luca here, like I said, is going to be getting himself nice and high up in the Andes mountain range using his magnificent 5.5-foot wingspan in order to catch his food. He's going to be gliding just like that down to catch his prey. Now prey for Luca comes in many different shapes and sizes. He can take monkeys directly out the top of the trees, but one thing he's famous for eating is the South American cavy. Now you might know, or you might not know what the cavy is, but you've probably heard of its domestic descendant, and that, everybody, is the guinea pig. You may even have one at home, and that's right, Luca loves nothing more than to hunt guinea pigs out in the wild.
Now, I think you can all agree that Luca really is an incredible super species, isn't he? He's soaring around there with his huge wingspan, making sure that he can capture all of his prey. So welcome everybody to Super Species Live. Like Shannon said, my name is Jess, and today we're going to be bringing a whole host of different animals for you to meet and telling you why they deserve their place here in Super Species Live. Now, not all the animals that you're going to be meeting today are the biggest or the toughest or the scariest of animals, but sometimes that works in your favour, and sometimes being the most intelligent or being able to master your environment definitely is much, much better than being big and scary. Now, to test this theory, we're actually going to travel all the way down to the Falkland Islands. We're going to go into the Argentinian coast. Now, down in the Falkland Islands, it's such a harsh habitat to live in. It's very, very cold. It's very, very windy. So down on the Falkland Islands, you need to make sure that you can master your environment and make sure that you can eat absolutely everything. Now, the Falkland Islands is home to such an amazing array of different animals. And what that means is that actually a lot of scientists and researchers would come all the way down to the Falkland Islands, set up their campsite, but they never ever took into account this next animal. I think it is high time that we meet him. Now, he causes chaos and destruction wherever he goes, and you can see him living all the way down in the hillsides, in the shorelines, and even by those researchers' camps. Now, keep your eyes peeled, everybody, because we are going to be very, very shortly joined by Stanley. Here he comes now, everyone. And he's going to fly straight down, and he's going to have a really good little look to see if there's anything tasty down in our researchers' camps. Now, Stanley here, he's not afraid of anything, okay? So you can see here, he'll use his lovely long legs to make sure that he knocks over all of the cans. He's going to check inside the tent. There's nothing behind it, Stan. Maybe there's something inside it. There we go. What about in the pots and pans, Stan? Anything in there, anything in the kettle that might be a little bit tasty for you to take? Now, I did say that he pretty much loves to eat absolutely everything and anything. And he's highly intelligent as well, so he will cause chaos and destruction wherever he goes. Now, you actually might have thought that your storage boxes were actually safe. Maybe you might want to hide some food in there, but not when Stanley's about. There we go. He'll use his lovely, powerful beak to open those storage boxes to see if there's anything tasty inside. So what is Stanley? Let me tell you a little bit about him. He is a bird which is called a striated caracara. Now, there's actually 10 different species of caracara, and Stanley here, he is the rarest of them all, and he is the most slovenly bird of prey that you find. Now, Now when you have a look at him, you might think that he is a small eagle or a long-legged hawk. But in actual fact, he is part of the family, which is the falcon family, and they are the fastest animals on the planet. The peregrine falcon. They can actually fly at speeds of up to 200 miles per hour. Now Stanley, he can't fly that fast, but you can really see how he has these lovely long legs, and he has no problem running along the ground. So we'll see how fast Stanley wants to run today. Look at him go, isn't he great? He uses his lovely long powerful legs to find his food. So what is food for Stanley? Well, he will pretty much eat absolutely everything and anything. He will take live limpets off of rocks. He will take small mammals, rodents, amphibians, pretty much anything you can find down on the Falkland Islands, Stanley will eat. He will even eat poo. Yes, he will take down the elephant seal dung. He's not actually fussed at what Stanley loves to eat. Pretty much anything is on the menu. But down on the Falkland Islands, he's more than happy to pin his wings down the side of his body. Now, why is he happy to do this? Not many other birds of prey can do this, but the reason for it is because penguins love to live down these tunnels. So he'll pin his wings down the side of his body to see if he can find himself a tasty little penguin to eat. But also up in the Falkland Islands, you do get humans living up there. And Stanley is very intelligent. So if you guys take a look at the back there, Stanley has no problem with jumping inside that bin. There we go, and off he goes. He's got a lovely tasty snack. I think you should take him away, Ross, before he causes too much trouble. Now you can see there how Stanley was more than happy to jump inside that bin and raid all of our rubbish. Now I definitely prefer having foxes here in the UK rather than caracaras, because foxes can't fly. But he's more than happy to jump inside that bin and see if there's a tasty snack for him. Now, Stanley here, he's got a little bit of a sad story. In actual fact, when he was 5 months old, he was kicked out of the nest and he had to defend for himself by his parents. But some superpowers actually work in teams. And we're going to be travelling now all the way to southern Africa. And we're going to be meeting 2 little critters that love to live low down on the ground, and they definitely work in teams. Now I'm pretty sure you're all going to know exactly who they are when they come and join us. Does anyone know what animal they are? Of course they're meerkats, very well done. Next everybody is Liam and Rue. Now let's clear one thing up before we carry on with the demonstration. These guys do not sell you car insurance, and they're not found living in Russia. Okay, you only find them living in the Kalahari Desert. That is the only place you will ever find meerkats living. And they live in these massive, large family groups of up to 30 to 50 individuals in that one group at any one time. Now, when they're out and living in this family group, every single meerkat in that family has their very own important role to play.
That's right, and Rue is going to demonstrate this very important job today. So first of all, he needs to stand up nice and tall. Are you ready, Rue? A little bit taller. Yes, like that, yes. He's going to be using his tail to be a little furry tripod. He can stand up nice and tall to keep a lookout for any food, any fruits and vegetables, but he can also look for any predators as well, using those large dark circles around his eyes as a pair of inbuilt sunglasses. But I have a question for everybody, and it's about who does the lookouts or the sentry duty. Do we think it's one meerkat's job, or do we think they take it in turns? So hands up if you think it's just one meerkat that does the sentry duty. Oh, not many. Okay, hands up if you think the meerkats, they take it in turns. They're nice and fair. Yes, lots of hands. Well done, they do take it in turns. Now, it's about who's in charge in the meerkat society as well. So I want a simple show of hands of who we think rules the roost, whether we think it's the boys or whether we think it's the girls. So hands up if you think the boys are in charge.
Oh, maybe
one gentleman being brave there, his wife scouring at him as well. Okay, hands up if we think the ladies are in charge. So time to get your revenge. Yes, the ladies are definitely in charge. Funnily enough, there's one female that loves to tell all the other meerkats what to do. Big surprise there. Okay, so what they'll do is they'll tell the other meerkats exactly what job they need to play and how best to survive. Right.
Oh.
I was a bit worried this was going to happen. They've run off. Can you hear that, everyone?
I didn't think we were doing them today, Shannon.
No, I think he's in a bad mood.
Yeah. Well, we only got 3 scratches yesterday. We'll be right. It's fine.
It's alright, they wouldn't have let him out either because you hear him coming and he's quite big, so he makes a lot of noise.
He's coming, everyone.
Alright.
Okay, everyone, take a little big step back away from the fences. Make sure you hold on to your favourite child, okay? We did lose you the other day. This, everybody, is prepare yourselves. This, everyone, is Cyril. Die, petrifying. Shannon, why are you laughing?
They're laughing at him today, Jess. They're not screaming. Anybody terrified?
I don't know, you really should be scared of Cyril. He's pretty ferocious, I'll be honest. Okay, now let's have a good look at Cyril. He actually might be a little bit more comical than he is petrifying, but he definitely deserves his place here in Super Species Live. Now here's an animal which is called a red-legged Cerema, and there's actually 2 different types of Ceremas. You get the red leg and you get the black leg. And I think you can really see why Cyril here is the red leg. He has those lovely long legs, which means that he can actually do lots of running and chase down his prey. Now Cyril here, he can actually run at speeds of up to 20 miles per hour. So we see how fast, Cyril, you're going to run today. Look at that. Whee! Look
So
at go.
silly. Oh, no.
Everybody. Oh, the birds, the sparrows stole this food. But we did say you could run really fast. Maybe you should chase them off. Now, Cyril here, he definitely can't run at speeds that fast. But here today on the lawn. But out in the wild, he definitely will chase down his prey to see if there is anything tasty for him to eat. Rather, here today on the lawn, he just goes for a little leisurely stroll across the grass here. But he can also use these legs for another purpose. And this, everybody, is to catch his food directly out of the sky.
That's right, so I have an insect right here. We're going to see how high Cyril can jump. Are you ready? Look at that, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, I think he deserves a round of applause. He's been very impressive. He can jump up to 6 foot into the air to snatch his prey, whether that's butterflies, flying insects, dragonflies, anything, or even potentially a small bird. He uses those long legs to propel himself into the air. Now, he only really flies twice a day, and it's more of a hop and a flap than a proper flight. He does it when he's roosting, so he'll jump up to a tree at night time and then jump back down again in the morning, and that's as far as flying goes for a Cerema.
Now, we did say that he likes to eat lots of different flying insects. He'll eat lots of mammals as well. We did say he'll eat some children. He'll pretty much take absolutely everything down. But there is one thing that Ceremas are famous for eating, and it just so happens that Cyril is
scared of it.
hungry. He's scared of it. I haven't even shown him yet. It is, everybody, deadly venomous snakes. And it just so happens it's rubber. Don't worry. I have a deadly venomous snake here today. So we're going to throw it down on the floor when Cyril's paying attention. Maybe he's just not hungry today. He doesn't want to protect us.
He's like you said, sort of deadly venomous snake.
Deadly venomous snake. Oh, must hide. Cyril, there's a deadly venomous snake, and you need to protect me and Shannon. Because it's going to eat us.
I'd rather eat Ross, who's standing behind the scenes today.
There we go. Okay, right. We're going to leap into action, Cyril. Are we ready? We're going to throw the snake down on the grass.
Bit of encouragement.
Go on, Cyril. Now, Cyril here is going to locate the head of the snake. Which is this here, Cyril. It's venomous. There we go. Okay, he's leaping into action. He's going to find the head of the snake, pick it up, and find a hard piece of ground, and bang! And bang! One more time, Cyril. And bang! Good job, Cyril. I think that snake now is good and dead. Oh, lots of rounds of applause today, Cyril. You did an excellent job.
Oh, look at that style, everybody.
Good job, buddy. Now, Cyril here, he always needs to make sure that he can grab that snake by the head. And the reason why he needs to do that is because if he grabs that snake anywhere else, apart from the head, it could turn round and bite him. Now, we did say that it is venomous, okay? So when that actually happens, there is a high chance that he might not live to to tell another day. So by being able to grab that snake by the head, smashing it on a hard piece of ground, he can then swallow this snake like a nice piece of snake spaghetti.
That's right, but there is one thing that really makes them a super species, and that is a really loud alarm call that sounds like this. Yes, that is a Cerema alarm call, and if you are familiar with London, that can be heard all the way down at Marylebone Station if he's having a particularly loud day. Just imagine what that does to our ears when we're standing right next to him.
Yes.
It's not the most pleasant sound, is it? But it does its job. It alerts farmers to the fact that there might be danger. Actually, people started rearing Ceremas with their chicken flocks to make that sound, so that when there's maybe a jackal, coyote, maybe there's any kind of danger nearby, they can let out that loud alarm call, and they can let the farmers know there's danger before it's too late. But each one of these adaptations he uses in order to survive, and they help protect himself from a group of animals that we haven't met today. And that, everybody, is the predators. They have some fantastic adaptations, and they definitely are the killers of the animal kingdom.
No matter how fast you run, how good you are at hide and seek,
Dangers is coming out.
lurking around every corner, hunting by means of ambush or pursuit. They are the predators. Every predator on the planet has, over the generations, ventured across the globe in search of prey and ultimately conquered every landscape on Earth. They roam the frozen plains, the dense jungles, the sweltering deserts and the wide open savannas. So what's their secret?
It gives me great pleasure, everybody, to introduce you all to our very own predator here in Super Species Live, and she goes by the name of Xena. But does anyone know what animal she is? Oh, deadly silence. Does anyone want to shout out? Have a guess. She is a serval. Well done. We normally get cheetahs, ocelots, lynxes, but she actually is a serval, and she is found living in southern Africa. And she has some amazing adaptations that makes her such a formidable predator out in the wild. So today, we're going to be going on our very own serval hunt and finding out all of these amazing superpowers. Now, the first thing you might notice when you have a look at Xena is these incredibly long legs that she has got. Now, she'll use these legs to chase down her prey, and she can actually run up to speeds of 40 miles per hour. Now, she's a very, very small cat, but that is a very, very, very speedy, very, very high speeds that she can get to chase down her prey. But she'll also use these lovely long legs to actually jump. There we go, she can jump just like that, but to jump straight up into the air and leap forward. Xena here can actually leap up to 6 foot in front of her and 6 foot directly into the sky. Now, I hear you all scream, why does Xena need to jump up into the sky? Well, one of her favourite things to eat is birds. So what Xena will do is she will lay very, very quietly, and she will wait until the right second, until a bird flutters over the top of her. And right at the last second, she will leap straight up into the air, and with her paws, she will bat the birds out of the sky, and then with her very, very powerful weapons, she can actually gobble up that lovely, tasty bird. Now, when you have a look at her head, she has these huge ears that are on top of her head, and these really help her to pinpoint her prey. Again, she will be sitting, and she'll be waiting for her prey to come to her. And with those amazing super hearing, she can pinpoint her prey with such accuracy that she actually has one of the highest and the best killing rates of any big cats in the big cat family. Now with her ears, if you watch today, how she'll be moving them constantly around, twisting and turning them to make sure that she can hear absolutely everything that is going on around her. Now she's able to move her ears so easily because she actually has 21 muscles in her ears, whereas we only have 4. So if you try to give your ears a bit of a wiggle, a bit like Xena might do, you definitely can't move them around like she can because she has a lot more muscles than what we do. Now she kind of sticks out a bit like a sore thumb here on our lawn today, but she does have these amazing camouflage, all of those spots and stripes all over her, again, which really helps her to blend into her environment and make sure that she is a ferocious predator out in the wild. But what makes predators? Well, they definitely have some amazing weapons, which Shannon is going to tell us all about.
That's right, her incredible weapons are her teeth and her claws that she uses to dispatch her prey. Cats have one of the quickest and cleanest kills in the entire animal kingdom. Unfortunately, Xena here has a little bit of a sad story to her beginning. She was smuggled in from South Africa. She was smuggled into Heathrow Airport as people were trying to smuggle her into the country as a domestic cat. Luckily, the people at Heathrow, they realised that she was not a domestic, that she definitely didn't deserve to live in someone's home. She needed to be looked after by people that knew what they were doing. So that's why she's come here to London Zoo to live out the rest of her life, working to secure the future for the rest of her species as an amazing ambassador animal. Now, other animals are smuggled illegally around the globe. Things like mammals, reptiles, amphibians, even birds. Thousands are taken from the wild each year, whether that's for meat, medicines, or the illegal pet trade. Luckily, there is something you can do. Just by coming to our charity today here at ZSL, you're helping us to work in over 50 countries around the globe, over 75 different conservation programs, helping to secure the future for animals like Xena and a variety of other species. So on behalf of myself, Jess, and of course the rest of the animal team, thank you, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day here in discovering our own super species at ZSL.